As many people have seen, I've done a number of media appearances this morning talking about my view on what local lockdown would mean and why it's not the right solution to the problem that we have in Oldham, and would potentially make things in other ways considerably worse. Now, as Sir Richard said, the case numbers that we're seeing are now focused around the working age population. They are not in the way that they were focused in care settings and amongst older people with pre-existing conditions in the way that we saw in the first wave of the pandemic. And so a lockdown of the style that we used to respond to that first wave would not be the correct solution in Oldham to respond to this second wave, which is quite different. What we're seeing in Oldham is household spread predominantly. We have, as many commentators will know and people observe the situation in Oldham, we have high levels of deprivation in parts of Oldham. We have people working in low wage employment. We have crowded living conditions in many parts of the borough, and we have multi-generational families living in those crowded living conditions. And those are the places where this virus is being spread. Now, it's not being brought back to those households from people going out for a pint or going out for something to eat or going out to buy a t-shirt in the businesses that had reopened after the lockdown concluded last time. It's because people in those households tend to be those who do the kind of employment that never really shut down in the first lockdown, the kind of employment that brings you into contact with the public quite a lot. So public transport workers, taxi drivers, takeaway delivery drivers, people that work in essential retail. And so they continue to interact with the public during the first lockdown, and we've continued now. And so that is the source of the virus getting into homes, but then it is spreading within homes. And where you have a family of 6 living under the same roof, if somebody comes back from work having contracted the virus, then the other 5 of them are almost certainly going to get it. And that's what we're seeing driving the increase here. Closing down non-essential businesses in Oldham would not change that. It would not solve that problem.